With the most recent Hearthstone balancing patch, so Blood Doctor Thal'ena is now a 4-cost card, making it wear her in a deck that I had hoped to originally run her in when the set first came out, Quest DK. So come on this journey and see if we can revive this long-forgotten deck and see how well it performs in Standard Hearthstone. Now, for the guided list, the most important card you're going to be looking for is going to be Blood Doctor. Then you're going to be looking for any of your early game minions or cards to generate you corpses, such as Morbid Swarm. A combination of Poison Breath and Wild Pyromancer are also pretty good to keep if you know you're in an aggro matchup. And finally, any type of draw power cards. Now, with all being said, let's look at some games. Okay, Priest. You know what? Priest, we might have a pretty decent matchup for this. And this opener isn't bad, actually. For Priest. We're basically looking for any card that will get us access to Blood Doctor as quickly as humanly possible. And then any like early game corpse generating cards. Okay, let's slow down our quest. There's okay, you might be wondering why I decided Quest DK. It was a deck that people requested before this set came out, and it was someone on my latest video I think suggested they wanted a DK deck that wasn't Unholy DK, and I do have an Unholy version of the deck that I might leave in the description below that has the opposite problem that I've been discovering with this version of the list, right? The problem I've had with this version of the list is I don't have enough ways to generate enough corpses, while the other version of the list I had the problem where I didn't have any good things to spend the corpses on. It's a little bit of a double-edged sword. Like, one way, if you build it for more blood runes, you have one problem. If you build it for more unholy runes, you have the opposite problem. Because Corpse Explosion just doesn't feel good. The fact that you can get a 3/3 off of Corpse Explosion is just like, oof. That's like a huge oof, you know? I wish that wasn't the case. I really wish I would have had better luck with this, but you know, it is what it is. Still been having fun either way, right? And that's what matters, right? Okay, let's slam down our Xavius. Come on, Blood Queen. Let's go. Also, maybe it's just me. I actually prefer the non-signature version of her better, but I don't have the non-signature version, so I'm using the signature version.
Let the scales fall from the eye.
Okay. Might as well slam this down. Maybe they'll have removal tool, maybe they won't. If she gave one additional attack on the hero power. You know, the other ideas that I've had, I don't know. I've had a lot of DK ideas that I just haven't like put out in the world because every single one this feels the best out of the bunch that I've tried. I remember last week, or maybe it was the week before, I did a stream where I had 5 decks prepared. And I don't think I won a single game on stream with any of those decks, which is why I like put this off till now. This was not one of the decks, by the way. I gave up on this idea pretty quickly when I realized Remember Memoriam or whatever, the 4-cost spell that revives your highest cost undead that's died this game, is not compatible with what Blood Doctor used to be, which was a 5-mana card, and the fact that the quest reward is also a 5-mana card. So I ended up... Some of the other ideas that I had were... Well, I mean, this is kind of similar to that. Was like a Onyxia-less Herald DK, but using Plague as like your win condition. I also had like Imbue Plague DK. Trying to think of what else I had. I had a DK list that focused on just trying to maximize Deathwing's hero power as much as humanly possible, using Drink Blood and doing theoretically. I'm trying to think of actually how much mana that you for that. Might not be able to pull it off in the long run. But using Dios plus Drink Blood, and 3 hero powers. But I gave up on that because I was like, you can't consistently get to that mana. Oh, also, Husk here is probably not making the final cut. So if you're watching this and he's not in the beginning of the video, do not craft him because he probably won't. He just feels bad a lot of the time. I do make a few changes in between, usually sometimes whatever games get featured and what ones don't get featured. I try my hardest to not make too many changes, but like something like Husk is ignored. At least not in my opinion. The thing that I've learned about Husk over the half of a year he's been a card, he's a card that when you slam him down, he basically, I mean, he theoretically keeps you alive, but like most of the time, given how DK currently plays, you don't really need that additional 20 HP, and that's usually not enough to like actually keep you alive more than one additional turn. And because you don't really have an easy way to deal with, I kind of want to do this. Since you don't really have an easy way to deal with the board, like Corpse Explosion, it doesn't, like, matter. Oh, I was going to choose 5 random legendary dragons to be shuffled into the deck, but that's just a perfect nuke. Death Sentence gets them on our minion. Oh, also, if you watched the Priest video and you were wondering why Undead Sentence was in that video, at the time of me recording, they had not fixed Undeath Sentence with Umbra. And then by the time they did fix it, it was like halfway through testing, and then I didn't want to add it to the deck because, I don't know, I didn't feel like it was needed. Let's go Terror Run. Oh, and copy. Let's buff up the least just to get our quest progressed a little bit further. I also do realize this is, even though this is a slower matchup, they do have a counter to our plays, which is just silencing our board. I guess it's not really a counter because it does still put it in the Umbra Death Rattle pool.
Bring guidance.
Okay. They are in a position where we could probably finish them off, but I do also kind of want to just try to get a full board of minions, if humanly possible. Okay. Nuke the board. Slam down the minion, just to slam the down minion. Hero power. She might have wanted to not hero power there. Actually, never mind. We 3 more corpses. I thought we were a little bit further along. There's Ruin. Fragment of Nothing is one of the cards that, like, I expected it to do something, but it never did. Okay, we can still give one of these attack. It doesn't really matter giving an attack or not giving an attack. And then we can make a copy, then we just have to... Oh, wait. They're Thief Priests. So they might not actually have Medivh in the list. Okay.
This fire must not.
Good news is, we actually probably will be able to get a full board of these. Well, -1, because the Umbra does take up 1 board space. There. Use Shelter Seal. Base. And pass the turn back. Because I want to do all the damage in 1 single turn instead of multiple turns, truth be told. Oh, there is a funny way for us to do this. Or they'll get rid of our minions themselves, and I don't have to worry about it. Actually, I guess I do kind of still have to worry about it, because what am I doing with the other location? Trying to think, is there a way for me to get lethal? Oh. Well, that's not lethal this turn. We can get... How much damage is this, actually? That's 16 plus... Wait, is this game? Hold? We're 1 off, aren't we? Oh, no. If I had done the Ysera Awakens a turn earlier, we would have been good. Or... Not a turn earlier, but like in a different order, we would have been good. That's so unfortunate. I mean, heal yourself up to full. Yes, heal yourself to full. Then we can like nuke you with Umbra. We can end the game that way. Quest reward, right? Soothsayer. I mean, that is theoretically better. But I think it's about to be the end of the game. Let's become the terror that they would have never believed to win. Let's get rid of Umbra.
It's go time.
Okay, we have basically 4 corpses on board right now.
Job's done.
Doomsayer. Okay, they're a Doomsayer list. I thought about doing this, and then I don't know. It just, I mean, it's cool that you get 10 like board clears if you manage to go for I don't know. It's not something that I like think is the best thing in the world. Probably better than the Cho idea that I had, but okay, the good news is we have enough corpses to pop both Blood Clone and Hemachurge. But I also don't know if I want to do that with this being the theater. I think I'm going to try to find Blood Doctor. That isn't Blood Doctor, but it's not a bad card to get this early. I guess this does prevent your opponent from establishing any type of board, which I think is probably not the worst thing in the world.
I remember this place well.
Oh, I didn't know I had a cat in here. I got it. I'll be right back. 1 second. Okay, sorry about that. I legitimately did not know I still had a cat or a cat at all in here. Truth be told, I'll take the Blood Doctor just because it means we don't have to worry about drawing into her. One of these days I'll be able to establish some type of board. I guess I could use this to get rid of the Doomsayer, but like, let's go face with our hero power. I want to get the hero power online because that means we can complete the quest pretty quickly here. Drink Blood honestly isn't really needed in this list. I wish we had room for 3 weapons, but I don't know what... You gotta be joking me. How many of these has that been? Okay, there's the Wild Pyromancer. We're at 7. Okay, we've seen 6 out of the 10. Maybe there's 11.
Start with me.
Sure. Why not, I guess. Let's get some corpses online. I think Raptor Herald is the card I'm least worried about. I know if we really wanted to, we could use this to get rid of both of the Doomsayers, but it's not like we're like losing so much here. Now, I am curious of like what our opponent is trying to do here. Besides just annoying me with a bunch of Doomsayers. I mean, sure, I guess. That actually kind of helps me. Grab the beast. And we get 2 of our locations online. can go face with the last one, and then they'll destroy everything. And then we just need, like, Umbra, I guess, and that would finish the game off, right? I am a little bit worried about this because... actually, never mind. We'll be fine. Like, this instantly gets rid of this. Okay, not instantly, but it does almost instantly get rid of it. I mean, that's okay. That's perfectly fine. We still have game next turn, though. Okay. So, we get another copy here. We revive another one. We use the Wild Pyromancer combo, which gets rid of everything. And then we just bop, bop, bop face, and then call it a day. I mean, the Doomsayer stuff was cool, but I don't know. Alright, now that we're through the games, let's discuss my final thoughts of deck. So, did we manage to claw our way out of irrelevancy for Quest DK? No, sadly we did not. Blood Doctor does feel pretty good in the deck now, but it still has the same problems as it did before. Depending on which version of the deck that you're trying to run, this version has a problem with generating corpses, while the other version of the list has a problem with spending corpses. There's not really a really good way to spend corpses currently in Standard, and I really do wish Corpse Explosion was still in Standard to make a deck like this fully function. Blood Doctor, again, feels better than she did before, but this is not a deck that I can recommend you all trying out. I just really wanted to shove her on a thumbnail, which is why we ended up doing this deck. But before we end the video, special thanks to our channel members of Daniel Nascimento and Ruben. If you want to help out the channel a little bit more, you can always join one of the 3 membership tiers. Give a like, subscribe, turn on notification, use the new hype button, or check out the Twitch channel. All of those help me out equally. But until next time, bye-bye.